Minecraft 1.19, the Wild Update, has now entered the pre-release stage. This is pre-release 1. What that means is Minecraft 1.19 is complete and highly likely to be fully released across Bedrock and Java Edition before the end of May. From now on, you should mostly see bugs being fixed. In addition to that, pre-releases don't follow the regular snapshot cadence of releasing on Wednesdays, so keep an eye out for the next pre-release. As always, big thank you to the community for your feedback, bugs reported, and awesome ideas throughout the snapshot series. Let the pre-releases commence. I've got a question for you. If you could rate the Wild Update from 1 to 10, what would you give it? Although this is a pre-release, we do have a bunch of changes and bug fixes, so I want to keep you all updated. But like I said, 1.19 is expected to release before the end of this month. There has been changes to the Mangrove swamp. Thank you, Minecraft. That's my Mangrove swamp. That's what it gave me today when I typed in /locate biome. And just to show you that this is classed as a mangrove swamp biome, Minecraft. Mangrove swamp. For anybody who wants the seed, it's just, let me show you real quick. That's the seed. From spawn, I typed in /locate mangrove swamp. That's what it gave me. All right, let's go find an actual one. The first change we have today is they've slightly reduced the amount of mangrove trees that generate in a mangrove swamp. Now, it might sound like a negative, but it's actually a positive. Let me show you why. The reason for this change is Minecraft players found it quite difficult to traverse through this biome. Because there was non-stop routes going on, players were constantly having to break their way through to get from one location to another. I was totally fine with it, but it seems that the majority of people weren't. So, although the trees are still covering a lot of the daylight, the number of trees that will now generate in this biome have rapidly reduced. As a bonus, players will be able to go through the routes so much easier on their wonderful boat chests. So that's another reason why they've made this change. I think it's a positive rather than a negative. So, yeah, give the biome a try. And let me know what you think. And just looking, there isn't too many gaps. I could definitely see the gaps. Like, obviously, we've got a big one there. Gap there, gap there. That's pretty much on a large scale. But again, still feels very claustrophobic. And that's the first change. When a player now equips a pumpkin or a skull, it now has the equipping sound. The same way it would happen if you're placing armor, etc. So listen carefully. So just a basic sound introduced to let players know that they have attached a wither skull or carved pumpkin or any kind of skull to their head. Item interaction vibrations are now emitted when you start or finish using an item with a start and finish state, such as eating things like bread. It has a starting and a finishing animation. Your bow, pulling back and releasing the horn, playing the sound, and of course, stopping playing the sound, and shield with this position, that position, and back down. And the reason for these changes is it says item interaction vibrations are now ignored when sneaking. So if I put this up, you can see some kind of vibration is emitted to this. Same with the bow. When we release it, this is going to know. Same with eating food, it is going to know. However, if we go into the crouching state, and we do this, and we fire this, as you can clearly see, this does not pick it up. Now, let's try it with a shield. Yeah, it doesn't pick it up. Let's try it with bread. It still seems to pick it up with the bread. What about the goat horn? Even though I'm in the crouching state, as you can clearly see, it's still picking it up. Unless it was this guy doing it. Go away a second. Please, thank you. Nope, wrong way. Let's try that one more time. Bread. No, it still sends a signal. What about the goat horn? No, it still sends it. But anyway, that's what it says on the bug report. Again, it's to try and avoid getting disturbed by the warden by activating these. As to why part of the ancient city is above ground, a very great introduction in this pre-release is that you can auto-complete templates. So if I do / place space template and we do the top one, let's do the second one here. We did the path. As you can clearly see here, it is auto-generated this. It's just going to make it so much easier for people who want to check out these structures, whether you want to check them out in your creative worlds and flat worlds, or whether you're just curious in general in a general world, you can now auto-place them without any issues. So that is a very good change. Since pre-releases are mainly focusing on bug fixes, there has been quite a lot fixed in the latest versions. I also expect Minecraft Bedrock Edition to follow with tons of bug fixes as well. I'll go over 1 or 2 of them, but I will leave the official link down below in case you want to check it out. We do have a bug report here. Equipping armor elytra through inventory or dispenser does not play sound. So you'll clearly see here, we do have volume on. This person's going to try and equip these. Doesn't make any sounds at all. So players didn't really know when they had armored up. And you can clearly see they now all have sound. So you'll know when you've got your armor on. Same with the elytra, same with turtle helmet, etc. Another change is if a mob was spawned via a spawner, the actual skug sensor could not pick it up. And as you could clearly see there, right on time, when the cow spawned, it did activate this. As you know, Minecraft 1.19 brings frogs, and these guys like to jump around. However, when you were attempting them with a slime ball, they would actually jump towards the player rather than stumbling their way to you. So that has been fixed. Although I kind of enjoyed the frogs jumping towards players. So yeah, I kind of don't agree with that fix. There was also a bug fix where wardens can spawn on any non-full block as long as it's solid. It's now marked as resolved and has been fixed in this version. As for the rest of the changes, I'm going to class them as not too important, but if you want to check them out, feel free to do so. 1.19, ladies and gentlemen, is complete, and we now enter the pre-releases. So my guesstimation is that this is going to fully release before the end of this month. Now, pre-releases don't follow the same stage as snapshots, so you won't typically just see these on Wednesdays. You could see them on Mondays, you could see them on Fridays, you could see one tomorrow, you could see one later. Highly doubt it, but yeah, 1.19 is complete is the main thing, so I guess we look forward to the final release where we can enjoy ancient cities, the warden, mangroves, frogs, so much more. See you all in the next video.